In this video, we're going to look at the potential buying of African land by a company in UAE in the name of carbon rights, and that could potentially lead to the displacement of Africans from their land. And let's just go back in time a little. When the president made the country go into a tree planting exercise, and it was a holiday that everybody and the formal sector and most a better part of government activities came to a halt, and everybody was engaged in the tree planting exercise. And it begs the question: was the tree planting related to this potential land grabbing thing? So there have been a rise in concern, and people are asking why is it that all of a sudden, out of the blue, investors are here and there, and there's a potential of private investors developing everywhere, and it actually raised concern in the country, and many people feel like a better part of the country is being given away to foreigners, and it has been a real concern. So it brings us to this post by the Democracy Now, and I'll read it as it goes. It says, the United Arab Emirates company Blue Carbon's plan to buy rights to land in Africa as carbon offsets is really a plan to sell permits to pollute after failing to mitigate at the source, says Mohado, director of climate and energy think tank at PowerShift Africa. So it goes ahead to say, they are down below. It said, carbon credits in Africa blasted as land grabs and permits to pollute. Which actually for me, I think, and I don't know if I don't know whether you've asked yourself the question, like, why now? Why is it out of the blue the UAE is suddenly very interested in most part of Africa, especially after the COP28 in Dubai? Turns out these carbon rights are just right to pollute, because when somebody's actually carbon rights are just a right to pollute, because if the industries that you're involved in produce a huge chunk of carbon, then they are very likely to destroy the environment. So the carbon rights basically permits you to continue polluting just because you have bought carbon rights somewhere. Yeah? Just because you bought carbon rights somewhere, then you can continue polluting the environment rather than investing in energy that will not pollute the environment. At this stage, I think at this time, the technology has taken us to a point where we should embrace clean energy. We are that far in terms of technology. We have Tesla going for the electric cars, which is actually a good thing. And I think this is just the carbon rights in everything. I feel actually at some point it's not okay. I was looking at the recent COP28, and some of our leaders celebrated being given funds to help in production, to help in a variety of things. Actually, there are things that can be done by ourselves if the governments put their minds there, because there's no way somebody will come and fund you for the production, yet you have everything that can lead to the production. You have everything. Say example, Kenya. We have our local plants for assembling vehicles. We can assemble vehicles, we can assemble tractors and everything. And I believe those are the mechanization that are required to lead to a better agricultural produce. rather than these things of being funded. And to some point, I feel this democracy now is very right, because even if the carbon rights were bought, even if the carbon rights were bought today, there's no one who is going to allow anybody into a section that they bought the carbon rights. So, say for example, somebody bought carbon rights in the region within Mao. So the locals there will not be allowed to do everything as is required. Like, you cannot easily, you cannot get yourself involved in activities that you are used to, because somebody